Well, I'm out today on the Blue Revolt. It's the height of the summer holidays, and the eagle-eyed will have noticed that it's not exactly summer holiday weather. They have forecast a heat wave, which is usually a bad thing, because generally when they do, the opposite happens. And even if it is true, you'll be pretty sure in the small print it says excludes Wales and Northern Ireland. But things have changed. Every headline is designed for clickbait. Every headline has to be more dramatic. Well, where we used to have 2 or 3 nice days, that now becomes a midi heat wave. And on the other side there's always been, Britain to be battered by a wall of rain, which is just normal rainfall, really. And in one paper you get one thing, and in the other paper you get the complete opposite. Factual reporting has gone out the window. When I get up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, I normally read the news app on my iPad, and that's where you see the contrast in headlines. Last week I saw a headline that said, weather forecasters say there's no more nice weather for Britain this year. And then a bit further along, there's a headline that said, Britain to bask in 32-degree heat wave. But the amusing thing about this was, they were both in the same paper. I say paper because I'm old. They're all online now. And some news outlets, I think, just exist to spread false information. And it all seems to go unchecked. Even respected publications. The Telegraph has always been known as the Tory graph because of their right-wing leanings. But now, they've gone a step further. They've just become a propaganda tool for the Conservative Party. In the old days, if a newspaper published something that was false, they'd be in a lot of trouble. Be an inquiry of your national news. But now, papers print absolute lies, and it just goes completely unchecked. In social media, let's not even talk about social media. That's always been a bit toxic, but now it's gone to a different level. Morning. We've always had non-cyclists having a go at cyclists. And nowadays, in the cycling forums or groups, cyclists are having a go at each other. And weather apps, well, you can forget about them. This is what it's like when the weather app forecasts no rain. I've mentioned it before. I think it's to do with the fact that they got rid of all their staff, like every other business. So it's just based on computer modelling now, and that's fine until something goes slightly out of kilter, and then everything else is wrong. So how are you going to find the truth? Well, it's a difficult one, really. As far as the weather goes, two things. Firstly, look out the window. And second, get used to riding in rain and wind. Because once you're out, it's actually not that bad. That's one of the things I've always liked about cycling. Is you can do it in pretty much any weather. I know snow and ice can be a bit challenging, but other than that, some people don't like riding in the rain. Some people don't like riding when it's hot. But you can if you want to. And at first you have a bit of resistance and, I don't know, your heart sinks a bit. But once you get going, you think, hey, this is all right, really. If you're riding into a headwind, just accept you'll be a bit slower, but you can still do it. And then when you turn around and come back with the wind behind you, what a great feeling. And when it's wet, you get wet. But you get dry when you get home again. And when it's cold, put on some warm clothes. It always amazes me how many other people are out when it's really miserable. I mean, I know if you've got a dog, you've got to go out. You've no choice. But some people just out for a walk in the rain. And anyway, I'm out for a ride in the rain, so what's the difference? But yeah, just get out on your bike. Embrace the weather. You can't change it. So just ride what you've got. Morning. As I've said before, there's always an excuse not to go out. And as for the social media thing, let's all stick together. Let's all support each other instead of criticising the ones who do things slightly different to us. And there was somebody the other day put up this post about how he refuses his rules. He refuses to ride with a computer. He refuses to ride with cycling shorts. And yeah, long list of things. Well, that's up to you. But you don't really need to tell everybody else, because it kind of comes across as a passive aggressive. It's like, this is what everybody should be doing. And if you want to ride without a computer, that's up to you. But if you're obsessed with data like I am, well, it's up to me. And the other one I find interesting is I don't know what you even call it. I call it humble bragging. The one who puts up a Strava. He's done a 50-mile ride. Well, that's impressive in anyone's book. But instead of just putting it up there, he has to make a comment like, oh, my legs were really aching today, I could only manage 50 miles. You know, sort of bragging about, I can ride for such long distances. But I can't show you because my legs were aching today. Or another one who put up a post saying, I don't know, I'm really struggling with my cycling because I can't get my average speed to 20 miles an hour. I'm thinking, you know what, when my average speed gets up to 15, I'm fairly impressed with myself. So forgive me if I don't get out the Kleenex. So let's all get out there on our bikes and just ride for fun of riding. And just get on with everyone else.